Hello. Today I'm going to talk about allowance, will, and devotion. As a lot of you are learning from me or learning about me, I'm a multidimensional therapist. I've worked with Hockey Canada for over 6-7 years. I've worked with many NHL players, and I've been a part of the journey of 5 Stanley Cup wins. So I've had quite the journey in this hockey world, but also with treating many athletes. So for me, the elemental athlete, the elemental being, these platforms that I've created are from years of philosophizing the connection of the body to the mind, to the soul, to the spirit, to all of these different systems within us on a physiological level. So for me, I work with 6 bodies. I work with the physical body, the emotional body, the energetic body, the mental body, the spirited body, and the soul body. I feel it's very important to succeed in what you are wanting to succeed in, being able to show your highest, truest version of yourself in the game of your sport, but also in your life outside of it, and the greater meaning to life beyond scoring a goal or stopping a goal. Life has more meaning than that. Your life has more meaning than that. That is very meaningful. It is very easy to measure. And yet, we all know deep down inside us that there's more to life than that. There's more meaning behind all that we are doing. Why are we here? So for those that are following the elemental athlete, they're athletes that are essentially looking for a little bit more meaning to life, knowing that they want to feel well, they want to feel whole, they want to feel good in the world and good in the sport and the position that they are playing and the ambition. So I wanted to talk today about, again, like I said, allowance, and then the will to do all that you can to achieve what you are wanting in your life, and the devotion, the daily devotion, the energetic devotion to your life. So I want to relate to, I work with a lot of players behind the scenes. A lot of Zoom calls right now, and for those that are in Kelowna, I will treat them here, or I will essentially travel to a player when it is needed. Working with the physical body, for sure, it's very important that you feel comfortable in your body and you don't have distractions of pain or discomfort. But there's this innate knowing of those that are working with me that it's also about the mental body, the emotional body, the energetic body. It's all of these different things. And this is Recalibrate Wednesday, so we're going to talk about allowance. Allowance is a step that can be missed, skipped, especially in sport or in any realm where you are kind of a AAA mind, like you are someone that is giving 100%. And you want to expect it of yourself. You want others to expect it of you. If you are an athlete, you've chosen the journey of being witnessed in your losses and witnessed in your wins. Okay, so with that comes pressure, but also privilege, and it feels good to be witnessed, especially with a win, right? I want to relate to, so last night I was able to go to a game. I was able to go and watch Hockey Canada play versus USA in its women's hockey. I have worked with them for years, since 2013, I want to say. This year I had to say no to some opportunities because things weren't in alignment, but I've worked with them for years. So it was so beautiful to be able to come and be a witness to be a witness to all of these players that I've worked with for years and that I've watched play. For me, when I'm witnessing a game, I'm witnessing it on an energetic level. I'm also witnessing it on a physical level. Really, everything that I just shared, all of those bodies, I'm tuning into all of that. So that's the multidimensional part of me where I can see the structure, the form, and how it's moving, and the kinesiology around how that player is playing. And then I can also tune into the mental state, the emotional state, the energetic state that they're in, and possibly what wave they're riding. So it's quite intuitive, but it really is from over 17 years of myself working like 15,000 hours or more with athletes. So it's a lot of time and devotion to the philosophy, being philosophical around all of these different systems. So here I'm witnessing a player that has played thousands of games, has played in the Olympics, and Canada is at 3, USA is at 2 minutes left in the game, and there is a timeout. I can't remember who called it, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, it matters, but anyways. So what happens is all the players come to the bench, and in the end, the chosen ones are chosen. Who's going to go out for these last 2 minutes? Okay. And in the end, it was players that have played thousands of hours. They've had many wins, many losses. They've received thousands and thousands of passes, you know. So here in this moment, these players are chosen and now they are out. So within that 2 minutes, it was really within the first minute of that 2 minutes that a player received such a simple pass, and she was unable to receive it with grace. And in the end, the pass was not missed. It wasn't received to the point where she was controlling it. It was received to the point where it kind of came off her stick. And in the end, what happened was USA goes in, scores. So now here we are, 3-3. There's still a minute left. We never ended up scoring. But this player, so for me, I'm tuning into the energy of this player, like all in a moment. And the only reason I can do this is from thousands of hours of philosophizing these things, you know, like my mind. You guys are athletes of your sport. I'm kind of an athlete of the body, mind, soul, spirit, energy, all of these things. Everything I've investing myself like hours a day. I'm pursuing knowledge around this and experience around it. So what I caught there, whether it's this player's truth or not, is what I feel is the misstep is allowance. So here, everyone goes up, 2 minutes, we have a timeout. These players are chosen. And the skip step is this allowance. All in that moment, this player, possibly the energy that's coming in, and it's not always a clear word, but it's like an energy of when you know you're getting chosen to go out, like you've worked your whole life to do this. But yet here you are being asked to show up for the team, that you're going to be the one that all eyes are on you. One of the ones, you know. And this thought that possibly comes in of uncertainty if you're the best person for the job. Maybe a little bit of, I don't like to use this imposter syndrome, but it's a little bit like here you are and you've showed up, but there's this little wave of like, am I the best person for the job? But all in a moment, you say you don't belong. So this little bit of uncertainty of, okay, I'm going out. Okay, I better listen. I better, like all of a sudden your energy shifts. You care maybe more than usual. Your nervous system comes up. Maybe there's a little bit of like anxiousness that comes in because you want to do the best you can. All of these things that are allowed to be there. But we, as athletes and people that are like choosing to be the best that you can, we're like, oh, no, you're not allowed. So this little bit of like anxiety, uncertainty, nope, we don't think that way. Nope, we're not like that. Nope, that's not me. And you come back and you're like, no, I'm going to show up and I'm going to do it. But because you denied it and you said, that's not me, I'm not feeling that, it's not a part of me, it doesn't mean that you're not still carrying that energy, if that makes sense. You've been so good at controlling your mind that we're just like, no, we don't think that way. That's not how a winner thinks. That's not the emotion that someone that is playing for Hockey Canada, that has chosen to be in the last 2 minutes of a game that means a lot, is out on the ice. She doesn't think that way. He doesn't think that way. So if you deny that, what happens is it doesn't mean you're not carrying that wave. And then here you are all in a moment, instead of receiving it with grace and ease and creating time and space, you feel there isn't time, there isn't space. And it's not a conscious thought, it's an energy that you're carrying. It's like good spirits or bad spirits, anxious spirits, uncertain spirits. It's this energy you're carrying. But if all in that moment, what you chose to do instead was you chose to witness, oh wow, I have this thought coming in. The coach you're witnessing everything. The coach is like, you're going to be out there. They're talking through everything and you're witnessing this little bit of uncertainty. You're witnessing your energy shift. There's not a conscious thought, but there's this tiny bit of like a closure, a constriction, a tightening of your jaw. You're witnessing this shift in how you're being. And then all of a sudden, so you witness that, all of a sudden you remember, you breathe in, you hold your breath, and you allow yourself to have this feeling of uncertainty, to witness that you're feeling this closure of your energy or tightening. And then all in an exhale and a hold out, you remember how you've shown yourself every day that you have the will to win, that you will always ride the wave of courage, that you are devoted to your path. You've shown yourself this day after day after day, this devotion. And you're going to give it your 100%. So it's, even though I feel anxious because I care and I want to win, I'm going to give it my 100%. And I trust that what is meant to be will be. I'm going to show up. I'm going to slow time down. I'm going to open more. I'm going to receive that pass. I'm going to slow time down. I'm going to receive it with grace. I'm going to toe drag. I'm going to go around that player. But all in a moment, you were able to, because you allowed yourself to be human, yourself to have this emotion and still show up to play for Hockey Canada. You're allowed to have that. So that's, in wrapping this up, the key is that, can you allow yourself to feel the energy shifts within you? Maybe you label it anxiety, maybe you label it uncertainty, imposter, fear, whatever you want to label it, but it's this energy of like constriction, energy of closure, that you're allowed to feel that way. Come back to your courage, come back to remembering your will, remembering who you are, remembering how you keep showing up, and all in a breath, you welcome in time and space and grace and ease, because you open up, you allow yourself to be human. For any of you that have any questions, any of you that want to tap in, tune in on a one-on-one basis to see where we can support you, meaning me and you, Let me know. What it looks like is you send me a direct message, we get on a Zoom call, we see if we're a good fit, see where you're at, and we see if there's opportunity to grow together, kind of thing. So please always know that I'm here. Okay, have a sweet day. Take care. Bye.